Penny Lane is a song by the British band The Beatles. It was written by Paul McCartney, but was credited to the Lennon-McCartney couple, who toasted their pieces together. When it was released as a single, double-sided A with Strawberry Fields Forever, and on the Magical Mystery Tour album in 1967, it peaked at number 2 in the United Kingdom, number 1 in the United States and Germany for 2 weeks, and number 5 in Austria. The title is derived from a Liverpool Street. The song was recorded during the Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band sessions, but because it had already been released as a single, it was not included on the album, as was customary at the time. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel to help our production team's morale. Penny Lane is an important location for John Lennon and Paul McCartney's son. There, in fact, was the bus terminal, the barber, described at the start of the song, where Maka was with his father, and it was the location where Lennon was with friends, and with the girls. Since John had written a list of places in Liverpool related to his youth in the first version of the In My Life text, the two had given the idea of writing a song about their childhood places a lot of thought, including Penny Lane. He didn't like the text as it was, so he changed it to the version published in Rubber Soul in December 1965. Written in 1966, during the hiatus that followed the end of the US tour, Penny Lane is, according to McCartney, our attempt to write a more artistic text. The result is a nostalgic flashback to the Liverpool of yesteryear, halfway between the real and the imaginary. In his book, Ian MacDonald wrote, "The song was described as painted in the primary colors of a children's picture book, but observed with the mischief of a band of school graduates roaming around. Incomplete work on the Beatles. Penny Lane is a naive and cunning at home, but most of all, she is happy to be alive." According to Beatles producer George Martin, the Penny Lane Strawberry Fields Forever pair of songs is the best single ever released by the group. Later, both pieces were included in the November 1967 US edition of the Magical Mystery Tour. It is well known that in the United Kingdom, the single did not reach the top of the chart, giving me the advantage of freeing me from the confidential singer Engelbert Humperdinck. Still, it must be remembered that the BBC, given that there were 2 A-sides in 45 laps, determined that it had to sell twice as many copies. The single reached number 1 on the Billboard chart in the United States and remained there for a week before being removed by the Turtles song Happy Together. The song is credited to the Lennon-McCartney songwriting duo. Still, it is primarily the work of Paul McCartney. He stated that he composed Penny Lane after hearing and feeling inspired by Lennon's song Strawberry Fields Forever, which the Beatles had recently recorded. Both songs were recorded during the sessions for the album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The written lyrics of the song were incorrectly changed to Full of Fish and Finger Pies in the Beatles' 1967 to 1970 collection. The song contains several temporal paradoxes. Recording of the song began on the night of December 29, 1966, when Paul McCartney recorded his first piano part, in the individual style as "Got to Get You Into My Life," and then to characterize and other works of Maka as getting better with a little help from my friends, and Your Mother Should Know, in which the overdub passed a second part of the plan. However, through an amp, vox, and a guitar, and finally a third always begins. With the piano but at half speed and then back to normal speed, the sky is described as blue is raining. The events seem to happen during the fall, as the pretty nurse is selling poppies for Memory Day, which takes place on November 11th, but Full of Fish and Finger Cakes refers to summer. On these first 3 tracks, a tambourine, harmonium, augmented by 2 tones and passed through an amplifier, and various percussions were overdubbed. On January 17, 1967, classical trumpeter David Mason recorded his famous solo. His solo, inspired by a performance of Bach's second Brandenburghese concerto, is played in a Baroque style for which the telephone actually refers to a tool called a trombino, or small trumpet, built 1 octave above the instrument commonly used, so different from the phone, is particularly suitable, having a clean and clearer sound. Penny Lane also includes percussion effects and a piano sound filtered through a Vox guitar amp with added reverb. Because the Beatles were hesitant to film in Liverpool, the promotional video for the song was not filmed on Penny Lane, and Angel Lane in East London was used for the street scenes. On January 30th, 1967, the outdoor scenes were shot inside Knoll Park in Sevenoaks, where the Strawberry Fields Forever video was also shot. Both videos, directed by Swedish director Peter Goldman, were chosen by MOMA in New York as compelling examples of the late 1960s music videos. The images include views of Penny Lane, but none of the Beatles appear. Turn on the notification button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to like the video if you want to learn more about the Beatles. Thank you for your time, and please keep in touch.